Hello. I did a collective June solstice reading for us. The solstice is next week on the 19th or 20th, depending on what time zone you're in. But the gateway has been open for all of June, will remain open for all of June. And the reading that I have extends us to the fall equinox. So I like to do kind of a quarter reading all at once and see not only what's the energy right now, but what's going to serve us as we move forward to fall equinox. So this is the reading that I have. It's a collective reading. I hope that it resonates for you. I'm in my yard and my neighbors are walking by and walking their dogs, and there are cars in the background, but I hope you can hear me. And if this resonates, I'm so glad that you caught this video. So the first piece is about what's happening right now. And right now, the message that I heard was that so many of us are feeling activated towards our purpose work. What's coming through right now is really this huge opening of connecting us to our purpose work that we feel so passionate about. And the message of wanting us to know that we have such an abundance of energy right now, such an abundance of power within the collective to affect change. And I know that's what so many of us are longing for. And really we have the potential to do that right now. And we're called to see past limitations, to flip the script on that and know that wherever we see scarcity, there's the opportunity for us to see abundance. So where that limitation is, that's what's being called for us to know that we can move past that limitation. The power is with the people. The revolutionary is alive in all of us, and we aren't waiting for a single voice to unite us. This is a chorus, and so many leaders are emerging, leading in one direction and listening in another direction. It's part of this huge community of us that's being activated right now. And it's so beautiful to see. So there's no reason to wait. We are the revolutionaries we've been waiting for. We are called to really pay attention to what it is that we are specifically feeling so passionate about. So there are so many aspects of systemic change that need to happen. And right now we're called to tune in to where you're really feeling drawn, because this is a hint towards the area that you will specialize in as part of your purpose work. We're called to remember that this is a journey, and we began the year understanding that 2020 would be a year of clear vision for us. And I don't know about you, but I feel like that is coming true. The other piece that I heard when I did my December solstice, my winter solstice reading, was really seeing 2020 as a division, kind of a dividing of realities. And depending on what reality you're holding in your heart, if it's the old system, then you may feel like everything is crumbling and falling apart. And what we're asked to do is see the new, that this crumbling is part of bringing through this beautiful new earth this new way of being that we have all longed to see in our life. So 2020 is a year of tremendous change. And the key words that I keep hearing are humility and grace. And with humility, we're asked to allow change to happen in our own lives. We are asked to humble ourselves and take the lesson and hear what needs to change. And on the other side of that is grace, which is allowing somebody else to have that epiphany and to be there. If you're there, if you're present for that, if you're witnessing somebody else's epiphany, you are holding space for them and allowing them to have a moment when change occurs, and making it safe and okay. And if you're present for that for someone else, it's not about making them feel better and coddling them. It's about holding space and witnessing somebody else's growth without judgment, because we really do have to be here for one another. We all have to wish for each other's success. Even people who, our first initial reaction might be kind of contempt. You know, we're seeing a lot, and where you're able to show up with grace for someone else, we're encouraged to do that. Another piece of this that I heard was centering ourselves in our own love, so that the actions that we're taking right now are connected to our own intention of love and joy in our lives. There is a lot of heaviness about all of this, a lot. And I appreciate what has been said by folks who've been on this path for much longer, that this is a marathon and not a sprint. And I think that's important to hear. But at the same time, we must connect our actions not with these assholes who need to be put in their place, which is not true. But can we center ourselves in the love that we have for our brothers and our sisters, and for our community, and for the people who we have seen disenfranchised that we are fighting for? Can we center ourselves in the love that we feel for one another? That is really the place from which all of our passion is emerging, and all of our desire to act and be activists for one another. If we can center ourselves in our love, then this marathon will flow. It won't feel like a burden. It won't feel hard. We have to find a way to center ourselves in our love, and really, and then every action that we take is like healing ourselves and healing everyone around us. So really think about how you can flip the script for yourself. Do it for yourself. It's not about these assholes who need to be put in their place. It's about this love that I feel for the community and how I want to serve someone else. And the message that came through, even though this may be hard to believe, is that we really are on the cusp. You know, we are ascending, and this ascension energy has been building for thousands of years. If you really think about the teachings of, spiritual masters, this has been coming through for thousands of years, that we need to change. And so we really are here at this monumental time when change is occurring, but we aren't quite there yet. So even though it's there, we're not there yet. And so we need to continue to act, commit ourselves to brick by brick bringing this through. And accept that this is messy, okay? We are moving forward with imperfection, okay? It is kind of messy, but just know we're moving forward, and that we should keep moving, even though it is kind of a big effing mess. Okay, so to get us from June to September, from the June solstice to the fall equinox in September, we are encouraged to focus on our health, the health of our body. Start by making changes that you can make today with yourself. Go inward to affect change outward. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating healthy foods, exercising, making time for play, being out in nature? So really pay attention to your body and what your body needs, and do something that makes you feel healthier. And bring that into your daily habits. Make one change in your daily habits that feels like something new, and really embrace the fact that, well, for one, embrace change. If you haven't figured that out yet, embrace change, but also how can you think about this lifetime and this experience as an adventure? And I know that sounds a little wild, but if you think about it, if you think about where you have landed in the course of our history, there is no mistake that you're here right now. This is a huge adventure, and we really should think of ourselves as the heroes of this adventure. We have open hearts. We're here to change the world for the better, and so how can we bring that through into our everyday? How can we do something new? How can we shake it up? Even if we're not going, we're not venturing out too far from home right now, how can we do something new, change it up in some way, to embrace adventure? We're also encouraged to remove negative distractions. anything that is drawing your attention and your focus away from your purpose work, and especially if it's holding a negative, lower vibration, we are encouraged to excise that from our daily habits. Spend time learning in the next 3 months on the specific area of your purpose that you feel drawn to. Really spend time finding the leaders in that area and learning and understanding that issue at a deeper level. And we lastly are called to stay at the ready. It is not always going to be our moment to put out a call of action. Sometimes we are there to answer the calls of action that others are putting out. So how can you make sure that you're staying alert, listening to your community, and showing up as that fierce ally that you know you want to be? So really staying alert, staying sharp. And that is all that I have. I tried to get it down, so we're at 11 minutes. I'm going to close, but I hope this helps you in some way in June or even in the next 3 months. I'm sending you a lot of love and encouragement.